It's been some long nights for Canadiens fans. The last 3 games have gone into overtime or shootout. Joining us now is Meeker Guerrier to discuss. So Meeker, feels like everything's going right for the Habs right now. The Habs are in first in the Atlantic Division. Cole Caulfield tied for first in goals in the league. Nick Suzuki tied for second in assists. Jakub Dobeš named the NHL's third star for October. What are the chances we're having a similar positive discussion in April?
Well, April is pretty far, Kelly, so I don't know about that. But I think we will be having that conversation maybe again in December. We'll see for the rest of the season. We have to take the games one by one. But even though everything seems to be going in the right direction, everything is not perfect with the Habs. And Martin Saint, we talked about it yesterday, and he said that it was probably one of the worst games of the season. But you know what? Even in there, it's a good thing because, coaches like those kind of games, meaning that you do get a point, but you have a bad performance. So it gives an excuse or a good reason for the coach to tell the players what they should work on, where they should tighten the defense, for instance, what to be careful about. And the Habs have a lot of notes from that game yesterday. Yes, they scored 4 goals in the second period, but their defense was atrocious. And the reason why they were able to make a comeback is because they were down 3-0 after 8 minutes yesterday. So everything is... The results are good, but the way they got there is not perfect. And you have to remember, Kelly, the Habs are the youngest team in the NHL, so it's normal that they have things to work on, and they have to get better at maintaining an advance, but also not falling behind 3 goals after 8 minutes.
All right, well, let's talk about a team that is actually in the playoffs right now. The Montreal Alouettes are 1 game away from the Grey Cup. It's been an up-and-down season for quarterback Davis Alexander with injuries, but he hasn't lost a pro game he started in yet. How much of the playoff hopes rest in his right arm?
I'd say everything holds in his arms, on his back. Also, why? Because Davis Alexander is the MVP of that team. We've seen how the team has fared without him in the lineup. They don't have a second and even less a third quarterback. So no one can replace him because the way he plays, because of his competitiveness, because the way he is able to direct the offense and his attitude on and off the field. I remember talking to a coach of the Alouettes who told me that everything's a competition to him. He wants to win everything. When he plays cards outside the field, he wants to win. On the field, even more, he wants to win. So I think that's very important for the Alouettes, and it's basically essential for them to win if they want to beat the Tiger Cats next week. They need Davis Alexander to play his best game because he played well last week, but it can be better.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, but I do want to talk tennis a little bit. Victoria Mboko, breakout season. She became the darling of the Rogers Cup. What do you make of this? Is she the real deal?
I think she is. She's top 20 now. She won in Hong Kong. She won here in Montreal last summer. I think she is the real deal. But, in tennis, the hard thing is to maintain, to stay on top. And we've seen Leilani Fernandez. She had a hard time at the beginning of the season. Same thing with Félix Auger-Aliassime. Now they're both having a good end of season, especially with Félix Auger-Aliassime. He's now top 10. So for Victoria Mboko, the important thing will be to maintain and be steady for the rest and be regular for the rest of this season and the start of next season.
All right, Meeker, thank you so much. I'm sure you're keeping up with every sport these days. We appreciate it.
Always. Take care, Kelly. See you soon.